I had my first bad day of work at my dream job. And let me check stuff real quick because I'm closing up before I talk more. I had a pretty bad day at work. Did I say yesterday or today? Well, I had my first bad day of work yesterday. Then, despite that being the title, I don't want to have any bad days at work. But unfortunately, shit happens, and I'll give you the gist about it. So there are two types of jobs. There's one type of job is, you get the training and then it's all cushiony until you're out in the field. Well, in this job, it's good and bad. In this particular job, which is the second type of job, they just throw you in, in hopes of you finally finding your flow state. And yeah, I think it's, good in a way, but I'm also very scared. So this job is like my dream job, and then what happened yesterday it wasn't a big deal, but it was just a big warning that I could possibly be let go. So basically, during my training, I was told, and for context, I'm just an assistant. In training, they just want the person I'm assisting to cook. The things that I do is what they say, but in my review in my first bad day, they said I need to take more initiative and stuff, and that's regarding paperwork. And I was like, I didn't know I was responsible for that. But like I said, in corporate jobs, it's kind of their fault and my fault, because I firmly believe that I did good in the confines of what I know I should and can do. So, and that just shows that no one's safe. Like, despite you doing good, there's always some surprise task that needs to be done, and then you could be like, oh, what the hell, I didn't know I needed to do that. But yeah, I think my mistake was I'm only an assistant, right? So I can't really do much unless they tell me to do something. But I just learned the hard way, but that in this company they want me to take initiative, and I was like, okay, I'll do that. But because I did the initiative, I took initiative in the confines of what I know I should do. I guess every person you're assisting has a different type of flow. Some will tell you what they want needed. Sometimes you have to ask them, hey, what's up? What do you want me to do today? So, yeah, in corporate jobs, context is everything. Even though you were told this, you still have to do this and that. And yeah, I'll just give you an example. So I was supposed to, last week, I usually distribute papers. I check them and then I give the go, print more, then I just distribute them. The problem was I got sent papers, and then I gave them a go. They were all correct in terms of factual stuff. I said yes, they're all correct, and the person I was assisting didn't necessarily print them. And then as a result, my grand boss, aka my boss's boss, got mad at me for being like, hey, why are these papers behind? You have to show out. You're pretty behind. You're like a week late. And I was like, like, there are tiers to this. And then the papers that I approved never got printed out. So unfortunately, in a corporate, I think the temp/assistant gets like shit on the most, because there are tiers to, like, as strange as it sounds, there's tiers to getting shit on. So like I'm being like attacked for a mistake that I didn't necessarily do, because there was nothing for me to distribute. And then that's just a lesson learned, you know? So I'm an assistant, I have a manager, and then there's a regional manager. My boss called me yesterday that the regional manager doesn't want me in. And, you know, it was weird because I was like, I did everything you asked me to do. But, you know, there are some types of works where you just have to figure out what you do as you go deeper in the work. Like for nurses, I know um, it's pretty, when you're a noob, you basically ask if you can do it, from what I've heard, because you don't want to step out of line. But in corporate, like, you have to ask what you do, and like you also have to like do more than what you ask, which is weird because like I don't want to step out of line. Like the dilemma is like I don't want to assist in something I'm not qualified for, but you know, I just want to be ambitious without stepping out of line. And then when they said they that I underperformed, in my head I said sorry, but I was like, wait, I didn't know that was part of my responsibility, you know, to because I know how to distribute, but I didn't know that I had to give a heads up, because yeah, because I thought I had to just listen to what they told me. So that's just a lesson learned from me. If something looks off or behind, it's in my responsibility to make sure that's up to date. And that's a responsibility that I just found out I needed to do. I had 3 key tasks. I'm gonna go into that in a later video, but I did everything. I did my due diligence and stuff. And, you know, I only plan to make this my only bad day. It's just a lesson that I learned. It's a stepping stone. Um, you know, I gotta stop saying, you know. Sometimes when you have a new job, you can't just sit and wait for people to tell you what to do. And I know that's scary sometimes, because what if you do something that fucks it up? You can't. Sometimes in jobs you have to do more stuff that you're qualified for, but they just won't tell you what you can and can't do. So if you're in a corporate job, I would probably ask your manager, hey, can you give me a list of everything that I can do? Because I don't want to step out of my line. So, yeah. If a manager gets in trouble, then most likely I will get in trouble. But that's the stepping stone you have to do. That you have to earn your stripes as an associate slash assistant. That's me right now. I'm an associate slash assistant, so I plan to make yesterday my only bad day of work. You know, I guess it's also a blessing because I know what I need to do now, or like I know what I can do. So I guess that's good because I will be bored less. In some jobs, especially in corporate, you find out what you're responsible for despite being said otherwise. You'll find out what you're responsible for as you get in the job. They won't tell you directly sometimes, so that's just the gist of a corporate job. You have to go through the motions. Oh shit, I'm responsible for this. That's not something they necessarily need to tell me to do. But yeah, there are some jobs where you don't get trained on everything, but you're expected to keep up with that specific task slash duty. So I'm pretty scared right now. Like at least I can add more things to my flow state. Didn't know my responsibilities. Like I only had 3. It's only a difference of 2. Now I have like 5 responsibilities, so that's good. It'll keep me busy. So, because I finished my first 3 responsibilities kind of fast, but yeah, there is a chain of command in corporate. I'm currently the guinea pig, the grunt work guy, the guy who gets pooped on the most, but that's part of it. Life is never easy, and what makes you think a job is ever easy? So, yeah, you have to work for it. So, I'm pretty bummed out. So yeah, for my mental health, I'm just gonna take my dog out, probably eat a cookie or something, be a big back for the rest of the night. So yeah, but yeah, take what I've experienced as a lesson. There are some jobs that'll train you on everything, and then there are some jobs who will just throw you in the pit, you know what I'm saying? They will just throw you in the fucking pit with no context. And in my situation, my job's the ladder, aka the second option, but we only go up from here. Yeah, despite what the title said, first bad day, I try to make this the only bad day. So yeah. Where are my dogs? Come on. Let's go. Coming. This is my dog debut. This is my dog Crow. You wanna go, Crow? You wanna come? Let's go. Underrated Uzi song right here, bro. Watch this, watch this. I'ma let you know. Diamonds, they so This is where we at right now, guys. The yummy cookie, best cookie over here where I'm from. What's up?